Can we actually win games with Mythicals against the powerful Reg I meta? Well, we're going to see if we can today on Off-Meta Mayhem. Jay Jingles here, and today we're using Magearna. Let's go get it. Alright, Felix. I know Felix. No restricteds, but a very strong team. Well, if it makes anyone feel any better, we only have one. The base stats just aren't there with with these Pokemon sometimes, these Mythicals. But it looks like this is a very, very solid Reg F team, I think it is. It's not Reg H because you got the legendaries in there, but how are we going to deal with this? Is this a good game for Magearna? I don't think so, unfortunately. We got the Rotom for the goggles. This is a really supportive Rotom. Like Foul Play, Eerie Impulse, Will-O-Wisp, and you got an Urshifu Rapid Strike, so this is going to be a little tough. But I think Iron Hand's lead with Ogerpon could make sense as well, but we have to watch out for the Intimidate. So Iron Hands does go through the Intimidate really well, but we also need answers for the Genies. So I think Ho-Oh Hands is a really nice lead. And Lumberry on Samurott could get us around maybe one Spore, and then we can KO that Incineroar back. I kind of like it, and because it's a Diancie video, Magearna. Did I say Diancie earlier? It's Magearna. Magearna. Ogerpon is rock good? I don't know. I think Magearna is just great. Let's go for Magearna because it's a Magearna video. You know we force things over here. Alright, this just in. Floating Head. Got ourselves a nice little gift this week, so... No, hopefully it looks great. Hopefully you guys like it. And let's get into the battles. Blitz and Urshifu. Okay, so this... Okay, so he's got Fake Out over there. The Hands is looking alright. I feel like we have answers for the Ints, and I feel like if we can get rid of that Urshifu, that'd be great. So, I just don't want to get a Surging Strike. So, we could go for a Terra Grass and then just hit that Urshifu. If he goes for a Terra Water, I'm down for going for a Wild Charge into the Urshifu and then going for a Terra Grass. Like, I don't think you Flare Blitz the Ho-Oh, not in closed team sheet. And maybe we can get a Tailwind up and attack the next turn. A Tailwind could actually be really helpful. Let's do that. Yeah, we have to Terra Grass to get around the Surging Strikes, but I feel like this is a good Terra candidate anyway. Ho is such a good Pokemon, by the way. It's one of my favorite restricteds now. I have learned a new appreciation for this Pokemon. Let's see, Fake Out. Okay, so we do get the Tailwind off. Surging Strikes. Oh, we eat. We eat! Crit. Crit again. Unbelievable getting crits. Let me guess, the third one's gonna crit too? Ah! Guy's so lucky! Alright, so is this the Scarf variant? Because how fast is Ho-Oh? How fast did we make this Ho-Oh? It's 124. A lot of Urshifus are meant to outspeed the Kali Shadow, but I don't know if it's faster than that. So we could go for a Wild Charge, or we just go for a Drain Punch, get some HP back. Because now we have to watch out for the Urshifu. Sorry, the Incineroar. I don't know Pokemon names. Samurott's in the back, which actually looks like a great switch in here. We can get the Hands off the field pretty safely into Samurott. Or we go for a Wild Charge into the Urshifu, and then we get the Samurott on the field in this slot. Because, actually, Close Combat's the only move you would go into that Ho-Oh. Yeah, I think we're dead. That was a bad play. That wasn't a good play. Okay. That actually worked out for us. Sometimes you get lucky, because I feel like we just misplayed there. Okay, and is this a Flare Blitz into the Samurott slot? That would be best case scenario. Cool. That is -1, so I don't know if this picks up now. Okay, so Samurott's here. I feel like the Incin definitely doesn't want to be here right now. So we can ignore the Incineroar, actually, with the Samurott and go into the Urshifu slot, because I think we outspeed it. We might. So let's Drain Punch the... Yeah, we don't need to switch here. Let's go for a Drain Punch into this, and then we'll go for a Sacred Sword. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, if this is the Flutter Mane, could you imagine? I don't think so. Tornadus. Okay, so it's... Oh, we used the fighting move, didn't we? Well, that sucks. Yeah, I figured he would try to protect that thing. So double switch though. Also switching in your Tornadus on a potential electric move is wild to me. Wow. That there are turns and then there's that. Okay. And then Drain Punch just whiffs, right? That's so funny because what I wanted to do was I wanted to wild charge the Urshifu and I wanted to use what's it called, a water move into the the Incin, and I would have just swept the turn. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, Samurot's in a bit of trouble here, so we can go for a... Yeah, Hands is in trouble. Ho-Oh. Well, we can switch into the Ho-Oh here. Actually, the Magearna would be a great switch in here. And then we protect. And we do have Sucker Punch too, actually, so we can Sucker Punch that Flutter Mane. But not yet. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I feel like we're just getting reads wrong right now. Well, we got pretty lucky on the first one. I feel like that close combat into the Ho-Oh just made sense. Terra what? Is this Terra Fairy? It's probably Terra Fairy. Yeah. Is this D-Gleam? Because we take this pretty well. Magearna is sitting pretty. If this is... It's the Booster Energy version, so it can switch moves. Tailwind goes up, yeah. Well, I feel like we can set Trick Room the next turn, because now your Tailwind's going to last a lot longer than ours. And if you're going to D-Gleam, Ho-Oh is not too bad, but this is going to hurt. Not the Magearna, but... Yeah, we eat. And I think Bleak Wind's usually all you have, right? So our Tailwind's gone, so this is the easiest Trick Room of all time. If this is a taunt... Yeah... I think we have to try it, right? We have to try. Yeah, taunt would really suck here, because you probably just don't Bleak Wind here. You probably taunt the Magearna. Let's see. Protect. Is this Protect Taunt? Please don't be Taunt. I think we get Trick Room if we win. Rain Dance. Okay. Don't we just win here? Yeah, I'm pretty... We just have to win in 4 turns. Alright, guys. The countdown begins. Alright, so Flutter Mane just protected, so I think we should double that slot. And then Tornadus really isn't much of a threat right now. I guess a Bleak Wind would hurt, but it's just a Ho-Oh. It's into the Ho-Oh. So, Flash Cannon into... Let me see. I want to make sure we pick up a KO here at least. So let's Flash Cannon the Flutter Mane and Brave Bird the Flutter Mane. Because if the Urshifu comes in... Okay, does this pick up? That'd be great. No. Okay, well we do pick up the next turn with Brave Bird. And we get the +1 of Magearna, the power of Magearna. Very cool. Bleak Wind's gonna go off. How well do we take this? This is a Ho-Oh here. 154 special defense. How is this gonna go? But Magearna's looking great right now. Like, we're +1, and we have Flare Cannon, too. Bleak Wind. We take that so well. Wow. Okay, so the 1 down, 3 turns left. Game has to end in 3 turns, folks. Ooh, Sucker Punch in the end actually might. If we could just get within, like, Chip, that'd be great. Okay, so Fake Out comes off here. Let me see. What do we want to do here? Do we want to... I feel like we need another +1 for that Incineroar. Do you just Flare Blitz here? We might get lucky. Well, we do have Samurott in the back, actually, and Hands. So, honestly, I feel like we just go for the Torn, right? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, no! Oh, the Tornadus that runs Protect. Oh, my goodness. Well, there's a Flare... You have Protect on your Incineroar? Oh. Does that change things now? Yeah, I still feel like we double that Tornadus now. Yeah, because that's just a free KO there. So there's 2 turns left. Am I not counting? 1 second. Let me just check again. Their Tailwind's gone, which is fine. Yeah, 2 turns of Trick Room left. So let's Fleur... Do we want to Flare Cannon the Torn? I feel like we need to. Yeah, I'm thinking of my next turn already. Like, getting the Hands on the field for the Fake Out would be really nice. So there's 2 turns right now. So the next turn we need to pivot, because we know he's protecting the next turn. So let's go for a Fleur Cannon. And let's go for a Brave Bird into the Torn. Now we're going to be neutral after the Fleur Cannon. If this picks up on its own, that'd be great. Cool. So we are back to neutral. Because we dropped by 2. We were 1 before and we just got 1. Cool. And then Brave Bird does a huge chunk to this. I feel like we played this really well, too. We do have a Ho-Oh, though, so it's kind of not cheating, but it's kind of cheating. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. I feel like we do need to cover for the Scarf Urshifu, because if we're just going to switch one slot, and then we're going. I feel like we need to switch the Magearna slot. Oh wow, we just straight up pick up. Wow. Okay, so we're not switching anymore. Dude, Magearna's so good. Like, everybody's running it with the Annihilate thing. I feel like sacrificing your own Pokemon just to get a plus... Well, I guess you get a +2, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I just don't like sacrificing my Pokemon if I don't have to, you know? Oh, well, it's pretty low. So let's just go for a Brave Bird. And yeah, that was canceled. Cool, GG's. Yeah, the Ho-Oh definitely lifted... Like, that Brave Bird did so much damage to that instant. That's crazy. Like, that must be either especially defensive, like, majorly. And we didn't get the -1 attack with the Intimidate because we're Clear Amulet. So yeah, I guess 120 power moves. It's pretty strong. All right. Ooh, Mono Ice. If that's the shiny Chiempao, that'd be crazy. By the way, if you haven't gotten the shiny Chiempao, go get it now. Stop watching this video. Go get the shiny Chiempao, or just do it while you're watching. That's kind of fun too. This is Mono Ice. You know what's funny? This team actually originally had an Alola Ninetales on it. And I think what was the Blizzard spam user? I think it was like Rotom Frost actually we had on the team. And it was, you know, it was the first rendition of the team. What can I say? But how are we going to beat Mono Ice? Oh yeah, Ho-Oh. You know what? Let's not lean on a restricted. Let's not bring it because I want it to be at least somewhat fair. So, all right. So I feel like Hands is really good into this. Isn't there a move on Samurott that can't miss? A Sacred Sword can't miss, right? So that kind of works. I feel like this is great into a Mono Ice team. Wow. This team wants to go fast, so let's go Magearna lead, and we'll go Ogerpon. That way we can possibly Terra Rock and just delete things. Samurott's coming, and Hands is coming. Is it that easy? Like, I feel like Rotom, like, it doesn't have a fire move. And Foul Play. There aren't, like, there's one physical, well, 2 physical attackers. So let's just do this. I feel like this is fine. It's funny. We do have the Lumberry just for freeze chances. That's why it's there, everybody. Not for the Dark Void stuff that's going around, or the Amoonguses, or the Parahacks, or the. Alright, Ninetales Articuno. So, this is... I remember this team was, like, amazing. Didn't it win a tournament, actually? Like, it was like the Covert Cloak, Choice Specs, Blizzard Articuno. So I feel like we just don't want to mess around here. I guess we can go for a Trick Room just to be safe. And then we could just go for an Ivy Cudgel into that slot, like... And if we miss, we miss. We actually don't have a fast Ogerpon, so I'm pretty sure a Veil goes up first. But this is quad super effective, so this KOs, right? Oh, it's +2, or +1 in the snow. Do we want a Terra? I feel like this is the only Terra we might want to do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. We're about to get frozen, aren't we? Is freezing good for content? I don't know. Does anybody want to watch me suffer? Because if that's the case, I'll keep doing it. I get hacked all the time. Aurora Veil. Okay, so I think we definitely pick up here. It's quad super effective. Yes, you're +1 with Aurora Veil. Yes, well, not +1, but don't freeze. Please don't. Please don't. Cool. And we hit it. Cool. Yeah, Snow Cloak is no joke, guys. Yeah, cool. I feel like I almost wouldn't mind doing that calc. I know Articuno's fairly bulky, and with the +1 Snow, and then the +1, well, not +1, but the Aurora Veil decrease, I feel like that's just way too close, right? If you're watching and you think I'm stupid, go do the calculation and just post it in the comments. Just be like, Jay, you're crazy. This was gonna kill 4 of them. Alright, this is Dugong. The no offense Pokemon, but this thing does get Horndrill, so let's not mess around. Let's just double it. I'm not even gonna think about it. I don't want to mess around with sheer colds and horn drills and fake outs, and I don't want to mess around with that. Flash cannon. Oh, it's water. I forgot. Chilling water. We pick up still, right? We're -1 attack. We still pick up. This is a Dugong. I guess Dugong's not super frail, but... No! We're gonna get frozen, I know it. Leftovers, okay. Well, Flare Cannon does more, and we get back to neutral, so I'm down. But do I want to mess around with Blizzard spam, though? I feel like... Yeah, I feel like we could just beat the Dugong. But I'm gonna get... this is so stupid. I'm gonna get hit. I know it. Yeah, let's just preserve this Ogre Pawn, just in case we want Follow Me, but I don't think we will, because he's Blizzard spamming. Flare Cannon, did we miss? Okay. Another chance for Blizzard. Every time he rolls the dice on this Blizzard, we have a chance to get frozen. So yeah, it's only a 10% chance, but like, you roll that 10% dice like how many times? You're gonna get one. Crit. That's fine. And we got our Citrus Berry. Okay. Whew, okay. Okay. I just want to make sure we pick up. We Flare Cannon again. The Dugong. Like, I don't want to mess around with this. I really don't. I feel like that Ninetales is just sitting there waiting to be Flash Cannon, but he just keeps going for Chilling Water, so maybe we do that. I'll take the free switch. Yeah, neither of these things want to get Chilling Watered, so let's just go for a Follow Me. Well, there's no point, right? Yeah, I may as well, just in case he changes up his move. This is probably Sash, right? Or not. We take that free +1. So Mono Ice, this is not the first Mono Ice team that we've seen on this channel. I feel like it is fun. Like, Snow is a really cool mechanic. Like, I'm so glad that they changed it from Hail. Like, Hail was just nobody wanted to use it, right? Like, it was just, there was no really bonus other than Blizzard spam, right? And maybe like stopping other... Oh yeah, we got another one because we died. Okay. And he's going for Chilling Waters, by the way, so he's not horn drilling, so we're just gonna ignore this one. Let's bring in the hands, because why not? Trick Room's still up. And what is he bringing in? Chiampao would be great. I guess that's probably where the Sash is. Yeah, we're just gonna double that slot. Well, actually, no, we'll just fake it out. How many turns of Trick Room do we have left? One? Yeah. It's probably protecting here, so I guess we can go for the... Like, we're so far ahead, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go for the Flare Cannon on the Dugong, and then we'll go... Well, it is +3, so we could probably pick up a Flash Cannon now. And then we'll just fake out the Chiampao. Okay, so he didn't protect. I thought he might have, but last turn of Trick Room. Yeah, Dugong's gone. See, I feel like Dugong's just better in the front row. If you're going to be super, like, disruptive with it, it's got to be in the front row. This is a +4 Magearna. Alright, Veil's gone, and Trick Room's gone, and I don't know what we're still doing here. We're just going to go for Flash Cannon, and we're going to go for Drain Punch, and we're going to take our hands off the controller. Magearna's so good. Oh, Life Orb, too. I've seen a lot more Life Orb Chiampaos lately, but... So where's the Sash, then? Sure. I feel like Focus Sash is, like, needed on a team like this, but... Yeah, GG's to my opponent. That was a fun game, but I don't think you stood a chance there. Nope. Okay. Okay, so we finally have a Reg J team. All right. Well, it's a Reg I team, but whatever. This team is so good. Are we gonna get destroyed? You got the double Grassy Glide, which I think is great. We featured it like a few games ago. I think it was in our actually Diancie video. So double Grassy Glide we have to look out for. Let me see. Ho-Oh looks pretty good here. Actually, Ho-Oh looks incredible. We just have to watch out for the Ivy Cudgel stuff. So we're going to lead Ho-Oh. And we need the Samurott for the Kelly Shadow, but that might... He might just... A lot of people are just leading double restricted, so should we just lead our Samurott here? That is pretty rough, though. Like, I feel like if we're going to do that, this is a pretty hard commit to do this. And then we just fake out. Yeah, then the Grassy Guy. I feel like we have to save our Samurott. Let's bring the Rotom, actually. We haven't brought it yet. Rotom and maybe Ogerpon. Yeah, Ogerpon does deal with a handful of different things. And there's no Intimidate there, so that kind of works. And so it's Samurott in the back, and then maybe Hands. Are we silly to not bring a Restricted, though? I feel like Ho-Oh does look really good, though. But Hands is so good. I don't know. Oh, shoot. We're in trouble. I guess we're bringing these 4. I guess that's what we're bringing. Alright. So... Hands is kind of a restricted, isn't it? Like, Hands is so good, you don't even need its ability. Okay, so this is just the Torn Urshifu. So... Let me see. So we're about to get deleted, I think. Let me see. We are Terra Electric, so I feel like we go down on either slot, so I feel like we just attack twice. I feel like we don't need our Terra either, so we could probably Terra the Rotom so we're not weak to the... But I feel like this is so tanky. Like, would we take this? A Rain Dance boosted... I feel like if you Terra Waters, we're in trouble. Terra Electric Volt Switch, and then let's just go for the Ivy Cudgel into this slot. I feel like one good thing is going to happen here. Yeah, this is Terra Water. But what is it going to go after? So the Volt Switch does probably pick up with Terra Electric. But if you're... I feel like you wouldn't Terra if you were going into the Rotom. I feel like this is into the Ogerpon. Yeah, Surging Strikes would have just picked up anyway. So is this Tailwind? If it's Tailwind, it's probably not Scarf. If it's Rain Dance, it is. Okay, so it's definitely Scarf. Okay, so what are you hitting here? Something's dead, but one thing is getting very hit hard. Wait, we go first? Wow. Okay. Okay. So remember when I said it had to be Scarfed? It's not. Don't hit the Rotom. Where's this going? Cool. I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that, because we just Volt Switch, we get positioning, and this is gonna hurt. This Volt Switch is gonna hurt. Does this pick up? Like, I have no special attack in this thing, but it's Terra Electric. Oh. Okay. So he's got Rilla. Okay, so the 2 restricteds are probably there. I think this is time for Hands? I feel like Hands then Rotom. Sorry, Hands then Samurott. Okay. That was such a good turn for us. I feel like either way, we're getting something. Okay, so now we can get... I guess we have to get the Samurott on the field now. But we can Fake Out. See, that's not what I wanted to see, because now you have the... You know what? I've been hit by so many Psychics. Alright, we're faking out the Urshifu, and then we're going for the... Actually, we have Sucker Punch here. So why don't we... Yeah, let's fake out the Urshifu, and then we're just going to Sucker Punch. Yeah, let's do that. If it's Sash, I think we're okay. Okay, so there's the Withdraw. Is this Rilla? I don't know what that is. No, I figured it'd be the other restricted. Okay, so he gets the free switch. Fake Out goes off, so he didn't protect. So if this is Sash, we're not in trouble, but... Oh, it is Sash. Okay. Okay, let's see. Psychic, yeah. I've been hit by so many of these things. Yeah, but we're so tanky. It's fine. Brett, too. Oh, my goodness. Let me see. What do I want to do here? Do I want to bring the Rotom back in? Because the Rotom goes pretty good into things. Oh. Says I'm about to run out of storage. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Sorry, guys. There we go. Sorry, it says this video would have literally stopped recording. All right, so what are we doing here? I think we need to protect because you're going to body press. 21 seconds. We can switch on the Rotom here. I want to preserve the fake out. Let's switch on the Rotom and let's protect. Because I feel like you protect with the... Yeah, so you're protecting with the... what's it called? The Cali Shadow. Because you don't want to get Sucker Punched, obviously. Yeah, this is probably protect Body Press, right? Has to be. Encore. Okay, and what's happening here? Body Press. That was... Oh, you went into the other side. Wow. Okay. We don't have Terra anymore. Oh, but Sucker Punch would have failed. Okay. Now what do we do? We could Foul Play this slot and then Hard Switch in a hand. I feel like we're gonna lose now because what do we do? That last turn really hurt us. I feel like we shouldn't have protected. Actually, Encore, yeah, there's nothing we could have done. So let's Volt Switch this slot, I guess. And then... Yeah, this is just a Body Press and then a... Yeah, now we're gonna get Encored for sure. Yeah, I don't know what we can do here. Hopefully this guy misplays. That'd be nice. But this is a really good team. Like, this is a very, very good team. Encore, cool. So we guessed one, right? And this is a Body Press into the... Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're playing well. The Encore just makes sense, right? And then the Urshifu's just sitting in the back. I don't think we can beat this. Might be able to catch him on a switch, actually. So I feel like we... Okay, we have to go for the hard read here. I feel like we definitely have to go for the hard read. So we can go for Sacred Sword into that slot because I feel like we need to start doing damage. Like 100%. Our Samurot's just dead, right? No, we have to fake out the... We have to fake out that slot. We do. Hopefully he switches. Okay, so we protect it. Okay. Okay, so this turn actually works out really good for us. So how much does this Sacred Sword do? Nothing, apparently. All right, let's see how much this does, guys. All right, fake out does 0. Okay, let's see how much the Sacred Sword does. All right, let me just do some calculating. Oh, it does 0. Crap. Do we have... Yeah, we died, right? Yeah. I feel like we have no play here. This is just Body Press, right? We can protect, but I feel like this is just Body Press, and then you just hit the hands. Well, if that's the case... Man, why not? I was waiting for him to switch this whole time. And the one to... That's so bad. I hate Sucker Punch games so badly. I hate them. Well, let's see how much HP we get back, but we're not going to take a Psychic, so... Yeah, this game's just over. Yeah, it did nothing. We really needed that Sacred Sword to hit, but the Protect just made sense. A lot of Zamazentas can't even fit Protect on their set, so, like, that's actually kind of crazy. You know what? We're just going to play it out. This person earned it. GG's. Yeah, that's just such a good team. Like, we're not running the Cali Shadows and this and that. Like, we're running Ho-Oh and like Magearna and Ho are pretty good, but I don't think it would go up against this team. This team is so good. My goodness. Eventually, we'll build a team that can beat something like that. Look, this is called Off-Meta Mayhem. I don't want to start using the most broken things, which, by the way, once the rank ladder begins, we are probably going to do something, but we'll add some spice, so it's considered off-meta. But we're definitely going to be beating some of those better teams, and I'll be sharing that rental code when we do it. But let's see what we run into now. Fernando, let's see. Okay, so, ooh. Oh, wait a second. You got 3. This is illegal. This is an illegal team. You're not allowed to run this. That's okay. Yeah, so we got the Pecharunt, which stall tactics are not great into a team like mine. We kind of need to snowball a little bit. But the bonus is the Magearna can't be poisoned, and we also have Terra Water for the Kyogre. We just need something for the hands. I guess we have the Fleur Cannon, but I would like to get a +1 before that hands hits the field. No Intimidate, but we do have screens, so... Magearna as a lead actually doesn't look too bad. And then we need the Samurott again for the Kali Shadow. Let me see, do we want to go Magearna Ogerpon? Or Magearna Ho-Oh? We just need to make sure we have a switch in for the Water Spout. I'd rather not have a switch in. Maybe we just go hands Magearna. That way we can fake it out. The Samurott actually looks good into the Pecharunt, but with Sucker Punch as their only dark move, that's kind of rough. And I don't know if Ogerpon looks great here. There's a lot of spread, nothing weak to rock. But we do have grass moves, okay? I think it's just the Ho-Oh, right? Yeah. I think it has base form Ogerpon too, actually. That's kind of neat to see. I always like facing those because you never know what item it's holding, so... Ooh, the shiny Wochien, very nice. If you haven't got that one either, go get it. Alright, what do we got? Fernando, Calyrex, Grimmsnarl. Wow. A Reg-Eye lead. Crazy. I guess we're going Trick Room here. I kind of want to hit that Calyrex, though, for at least some damage. But am I going to get Psychicked again? I'm pretty sure, like, there's no... Like, you know what? Let's Trick Room, and then we'll switch into Samurott. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like that's just a better turn. Because I don't want to get Psychicked, and we take the Astral Barrage if that's the case, and then... Yeah, I think a screen's going up, and then an Astral Barrage makes sense here. Or Psychic. I think I'm okay with either. Yeah, Psychic. I always say, there's no greater feeling for a Pokemon that runs this, to do this, and I feel like using Psychic on Iron Hands is like one of their most favorite things ever to do. Okay, so let's go for a Flash Cannon into the Grimmsnarl, and then I think we just Sucker Punch that Calyrex, and if it's the... It could be Specs, Life Orb, could be anything, but I'm pretty sure it's Sash, but let's just do that. Okay, well, or just switch out, so this is just damage and then a screen, right? Kyogre comes out, but again, we have Terra Water, so I'm okay with that. I don't think you would have Pecharunt in the back, would you? T-Wave. Alright, I guess. Now we gotta deal with that, I guess. That's what I would do. Sucker Punch goes off. Do we at least get the Flash Cannon off? Yes, okay. Okay, so that does a lot through screens, actually. So, the Samurott's sitting pretty, actually. So let's go for Terra Water, and then Flash Cannon the Grimmsnarl again. And then I feel like we go for a... we are slower than the Kyogre, right? We've gotta be. So I feel like we could just go for a Sacred Sword into the Kyogre, and then it can't Water Spout for a lot of damage. Let's make sure we Terra Water, though. Flash Cannon, and then we'll go for a Sacred Sword. I feel like that's pretty safe. Let's see. Actually, I should probably do the calc on that. Would a Stab Water in the Rain boosted with Sharpness, would that do more? I don't know. Well, we just needed some damage to get around the Water Spout, but I feel like... Yeah, so that picks up. So we get our +1. Oh, this might be Thunder, actually, now that I think of it. And then we just made ourselves vulnerable to that Thunder if he's got it. Okay, so now Water Spout does less. Origin Pulse, that's going to do a lot. Yeah. Crit. Man, we're getting crit, like, at the worst times today. I don't like complaining about crits, but, like... Sometimes they just really suck. And this is a horrible matchup for my board state right now. My goodness. Wow. I feel like we just... Yeah, Hands just wrecks the rest of my team, doesn't it? We need to reset Trick Room. Kind of. I guess we could just go for a Fleur Cannon, but I'm pretty sure we're getting faked out. Aqua Cutter will do a lot, too. Yeah, we need rid of that Hands really badly. Fake out. Makes sense. We need an Origin Pulse miss. Well, it doesn't pick up anymore, so that's good. Let me see. Fake out actually recovered some health, which was good. Aqua Cutter. This does a lot. Yeah. Yeah, the crit. Finally, we get one ourselves. Okay, Thunder goes off, and bye. Okay, so again, we need that Hands just gone, right? So... We have Ho-Oh, and we have Who else is in the back? Our own hands. I think we have to go hands. So Kelly Shadow is in the back. So I feel like we can wild charge the Kyogre. And then we can go... Samurot's going to go down, though. Does Kyogre protect? Because we lose a lot of momentum if we do that. Yeah, let's... I don't know here. I feel like this is getting a little reedy, but... Specs is probably the most common one, or Scarf, so... Alright. Close team sheet, blunders. Okay, well, he went for the Drain Punch, so you can't protect again. So that kind of works out. Yeah, he wants more HP back. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is a big gamer play. We're going to go for the Thunder Punch into the Kyogre. Wait a second. That changes things, because now Trick Room's over. Well, actually, Samurott takes a hit from Ogre, so Hands goes down here. That's actually not bad. Let's go for a Wild Charge into the Ogre, and let's go for an Aqua Cutter into the Hands. I think that kind of works out, doesn't it? Am I thinking too quickly? Who did you miss? Hands? Okay, I'll take that. Okay. Aqua Cutter, that picks up the Hands. Cool. And then this Wild Charge should pick up. Beautiful. That Protect really hurt us, but I feel like with Trick Room ending it presented kind of like an interesting opportunity. Yeah, this picks up. No, it doesn't pick up. Uh-oh. Oh, we have Sucker Punch. Rain stopped. Okay, so now that Kyogre doesn't do as much as it wants to. Okay. And Thunder went off. So I guess it's just Origin Pulse for you. Yeah, so we Sucker Punch the Cali Shadow. And we Wild Charge this. I don't know what else you do. I really don't. We can Volt Switch out. I think that'd pick up, but let's just make sure we pick it up. Drain Punch into the Ogre, and then we'll Sucker Punch the Calyrex. Sucker Punch goes off. Cool. And it probably was the Life Orb variant. Yeah, this was actually... I feel like we played this pretty well. We probably... Origin Pulse, double crit, I guess wins? No, not even. Hands is just so good. It's like... It's literally a restricted. Like... Then Drain Punch goes off, and GG's. Whew, alright, well, we managed to beat a decent team. Did they play it poorly? No, I feel like they played it okay. They set their screens with a Grimmsnarl. You go for your T-Wave stuff. You pick up a KO with it. Cool. And then maybe they needed to get the Cali Shadow on the field, but I think the Trick Room kind of hurt them. The Hands was tough to deal with, but I feel like once the positioning when we got our hands on the field just kind of was better for us. Okay, so team breakdown is, you'll notice it says RCS at the top of the screen. That's not what it's called. When you guys use the rental code, it'll say Magearna, but for some reason, there's still that stupid glitch in this game that shows whatever's next to it. It'll actually show that, whatever the name is of it, so it's kind of confusing. But let's break the team down a little bit. I built this one. I love building on the train, actually, so this is usually where I just kind of like but I have an idea and I'll throw it on a team and then I'll just kind of go with it. So this team actually started with a snow variant, and I figured Rotom was a good counter to the meta. It didn't really go off right now, because against Cali Ice, Rotom Frost and Rotom Heat go really well into it, because it resists the Glacial Lance, and the high horsepower is immune. So I figured that we can either switch it in, or just do a little bit of shenanigans with it. And Foul Play is just really good too, and Volt Switch for pivoting, which this team really likes to do. But we didn't really run into any. We just ran into a bunch of Cali Shadows, which... it is what it is. But, you know, just so you know that it is there, that is a counter meta pick in a sense, but you just have to support it well with the rest of the team. But the team is a Magearna team technically, so let's get into Magearna. It's just, I ran Flare Cannon on this set. A lot of people are running Dazzling Gleam because it's just good spread, but I just didn't want to run into a situation where I had Wide Guard on the field, and I can only use Flash Cannon, so like I'm just walled by like a, what's it called? The dog thing. Zamazenta, couldn't think of it for a second. But yeah, so that's why I'm running Flare Cannon, and also 130 power move. Like, it's Draco Meteor or Fairy. So if Draco Meteor is really good on a lot of Pokemon, why can't Flare Cannon? Unfortunately, we did get a miss today, which really sucked. But to support the Magearna, we got Ogerpon. I chose this one for reasons. I don't remember why. I think I wanted a resist to something, or I didn't want it to be weak to something. What was it? I can't remember. But there was a reason I chose the Ogerpon Cornerstone. I think it might have been because, oh, you know what? It wasn't for defensive reasons. That's what it was. I wanted to be able to hit fire types because this team was pretty weak to fire. Like, I couldn't really hit it back. Like, Samurott was added later, but fire was really hard to deal with for this team the way it was originally made. So the Samurott was there for the Cali Shadow because I was having issues with that matchup, which, as you can see, it came in clutch really nicely. And then the Ogerpon dealt with some fire types as well, so that was really great. Hands just being hands over here. Hands just, I like the Volt Switch on there instead of Heavy Slam just so we can kind of switch around, pivot around, which is just really nice. And it just breaks sashes too, so, and it's just such a great pivot. You want to get on and off the field with Fake Out, so switching in and out is great for it. Ho-Oh, this channel is finding a new love for Ho-Oh. I feel like this is like the second or third team we've run on it lately. But it's just so solid. Its special defense is so high, and in a format like this with a lot of those special attackers going around, the 154 special defense is crazy good. And Sacred Fire is just so strong. Brave Bird's so strong. These high power moves, they just do so much damage. And with the Clear Emulate, you can't even lower our attacks. So we didn't really get the Regenerator going today, but that's fine. It's just like a nice little perk for Ho-Oh. Already went over the Rotom and the Samurott. Yeah, just having Sucker Punch for the Cali Shadow, and then it also kind of really deals with the Cali Ice as well. Sacred Sword just going through the Zamazenta boost. As you can see today, it didn't do a ton, but it did more than some other things. Actually, wait, we didn't even get the Sacred Sword off. That was a Drain Punch. So yeah, this should do a lot more. And yeah, so honestly, that's basically the team. This team isn't going to blow the doors off of a lot of people, a lot of teams. As you can see, we ran into a really good team and we just we couldn't really deal with it. But it is a fun little team. I like to build fun teams on this channel just to kind of get away from the norm. But as you can see, it was able to compete with the big boys. So try it out. Use the rental code at the top. I'm going to have the PokePaste if you wanted to try it on Showdown. Say you don't have the game, or you just want to just try it out, see if Jay's just jiving over here. You just want to try it out on like a new account or something. Try it out down in the description. So there aren't a whole lot of Mythicals left for me to try. I know that Manaphy, I had it on my mind, but I also wanted to do most of them and then break down the Mythicals before the rank season starts. But I don't think we're gonna have enough time. So I'm gonna kind of have to choose who I'm not gonna run before it starts. Who knows? I might actually build a team on ranked or for ranked with, say, something like Manaphy or Hoopa or something, which we haven't covered yet. Yeah, so tune in for that. I am going to break down all the Mythicals eventually before it starts, and then I've got like a fun little thing with another YouTuber that I'm going to do, where we're just going to ladder with a team that we're both going to build, and then we're going to see who gets the most amount of wins, and it'll be like a pretty fun video back and forth between me and then what he's doing and this and that. So yeah, so tune in for that. Just a little bit of a spoiler if you stuck around to the end. Thank you very much. I appreciate you sticking around. These teams are fun, and I really enjoy making them. You guys, if you're watching this far, you enjoy watching them. So thank you for the support, and tune in next time for another episode. Peace.